What's going on, YouTube? I am Joey Braxton. This is Panda, the Labrador, and I just want to talk about the whole journey of getting a Labrador Retriever. So the first thing is I waited over a year to wait for her to be born and to bring her into our loving house and to learn from her and to care for her and grow with her. Last year, we talked about maybe getting a dog, and we actualized it in July, and then we brought the actualization in August to looking at the right ethical Labrador Retriever breeders out there in the United States, and we found one in Montana, Diamond R Kennels. Shout out to y'all. They're in Ennis, Montana. Decades of ethical practices of breeding, outfitter Labrador Retrievers, duck dogs, hunting dogs, and all around loving Labrador Retrievers. And so with Panda, come August, we were ready for her. We made the deposit, and we actually took the next step and went to Ennis, Montana, and visited Diamond R Kennels and had a little tour of the compound, met the various, dogs, the moms, the dads, got to know their personality and their traits. And after that moment, I knew that, okay, the Labrador Retriever, that breed, was the right breed to bring into our household. So we took things up another notch. October, our friends at Diamond R Kennels, they needed some extra hands for the winter to just help them watch and maintain the dog farm while they were being out of town for a couple of months. And I saw it as a great experience to get full hands-on experience to learn about the Labrador Retriever breed, full hands-on. And those 3-4 months between January to April were intense in Montana. I'm talking about severe snow drifts, snowstorms, 20-mile to 50-mile-an-hour winds, being snowed in, and having to take care of 12 to 13 plus dogs in a compound and a farm. It was intense, and for a city slicker from me from Florida, I had to show that I was built for it. I was like, I need to do this for my future Labrador Retriever, and I want her to know that, hey, her dad and her mom went the extra mile to really get to know where she comes from and to learn more about the breed. And with Panda, with my experience at the dog farm, it motivated me. I lived in a cabin and no TV, really off the grid, had internet, I worked from home, so I was able to operate my online business. But living on a dog farm, it really took me to a higher level of myself, of wanting to be committed. So while being with all these different Labradors, I just felt really inspired to write a lot of music. I brought my home studio with me and record a lot of music. And I would say every day I was writing music, and about once or twice a week I was recording new songs, whether it was an original song or a remix, free verse to one of my favorite songs, just being very creative. And in my downtime, I would just sit with one of the 12 dogs and write music or do a lot of these tasks on the farm and just listen to just instrumentals or think of different concepts of how I can bridge this to a song. And the Labrador Retrievers have really helped my songwriting process and the willpower to really want to get better at it and work towards being very consistent. And with Panda, getting to know her dad and her mom was one of the best moments I had this year. I was able to see the traits in her mom and her dad that I was like, okay, I want Yonder to be the dad, he's a yellow lab, and I want Cherry, who's a chocolate lab, to be the mom because of their personality traits. Yonder's very laid back, very loving, not as hyper, a very calm dog, and he's the male, and Cherry is the perfect dog you want to be, a duck dog, an outfitter dog. She's very adventurous, she's very active, she loves to retrieve, and you know, a lot of the pups that they had together really balance their temperaments out, and they could be great house dogs and great working dogs at the same time, and that's what we wanted with Panda. And you know, she's a full-time working dog. She writes music with me every day, and I just want to incorporate that in the creative process musically. So for everyone checking out my cover arts to my songs, or my visualizers, or my lyric videos, or my official videos, she right here is a big spark for that. And all the dogs at Diamond R Kennels, I filmed a lot of videos with them, and I was like, wow, I want to get more content with the dogs and have more dogs be in my music video. So I took a break with content. I wanted to wait for her, and now that we have her, she's ready to go. I want to utilize music and music content as a way to showcase her progress from an 8-week-old puppy to a 3-year-old puppy to being an adult dog, and to just show her training process. Like sometimes it's gonna be hard with working with her on the leash, or training her how to retrieve or how to be obedient, and I just want to showcase that passively in this content for y'all out there. And I just want to say the whole goal for me for this channel and musically is to hopefully inspire whoever listens to my music or watches these videos or watches my content to want to hopefully find a way to want to get out of bed and go outside and get outdoors. I live in a small town just south of the Canadian border in Montana. I'm basically in Canada, and it's very remote, and you know, you have the wide open spaces, the great outdoors, the mountains, the prairie, the rivers, the lakes, the badlands, all in your backyard. And you know, you're not too far away from international cities in Canada like Calgary and Edmonton. And you know, I really want to showcase those adventures with her in national parks, you know, Yellowstone Glacier, Banff National Park, Waterton, Jasper, just all these great things in the great outdoors. And, you know, musically, being a Floridian, you know, I want to hopefully inspire y'all. She's a water dog. She's a bird dog, and you know, she is gonna love the water and getting out there and experiencing very different aquatic adventures. And you know, whether you're in Florida or you're near a lake or you're landlocked or you're near the ocean or near some body of water, I have a lot of beach inspired songs for y'all, and songs inspired by the West, from the prairies, the mountains, Rocky Mountain living to the old wild West. And makes you want to go outside, hit a trail hike, you know, sip some Canadian whiskey and have a good old time. And much love to everybody out there. I forgot, I did not introduce myself yet. I am Joey Braxton. I am a songwriter, a Western country rapper, and my main focus is trying to add a different vibe to country music with a little Floridian twist mixed with the Rocky Mountains. If you're down for that, cool. If you're not, if you're down for dogs and the journey of being a songwriter and a recording artist and a full-time Labrador retriever dad, and my first time being a Labrador dad, a pet dad, a dog dad in my life as an adult, you found the right channel for that. So much love to everybody. Hit like, subscribe, share, comment below what has helped motivate you get through 2025, helped you get out of bed, helped you want to go outside. Comment below. For me, it's been this loving dog and waiting to have her part of my life. So much love to y'all. Let's get it. Stay blessed. Panda, say bye. Say bye. Let's get it.